The Black Sunday, or Sol Niger, is more than a simple image. It is a cipher, a key, a riddle carved into the heart of alchemy, mysticism, and secret traditions. In alchemical texts, the Black Sunday marks the beginning of transformation, the stage known as nigredo, the blackening, the death of old forms, the decay that precedes rebirth. It is the shadow that must be faced before the dawn can break. Visually, the Black Sunday is often depicted as a circle surrounded by 12 rays or petals, a dark orb encircled by light. This duality hints at its deeper meaning, not just darkness, but darkness intertwined with light, a symbol of hidden fire, the unseen heart of the solar sphere. In Germanic mysticism, the Black Sunday appears as the Sonnenrad, a sun wheel, an ancient symbol of cosmic cycles and hidden knowledge. Its presence, in places like the Welsburg Castle, once a site of esoteric gatherings, has fueled speculation about its role as a symbol of secret power and renewal. Yet, the Black Sunday is not a symbol of despair. It is the silent pulse beneath illumination. It is the kernel of mystery at the core of manifestation. The sun we worship, radiant and golden, is the visible face of a greater reality. But behind that light lies the blackness of potential, the dark womb from which stars are born and to which they return. The Black Sunday stands as a reminder that creation requires destruction, that light is inseparable from shadow, that to truly shine, one must first embrace the night within. It is a symbol of hidden power, the force that moves silently beneath the surface, unseen yet unstoppable. In every culture that dared to look beyond the surface, the Black Sunday appeared a symbol of the invisible center where all things begin and end. To recognize the Black Sunday is to acknowledge the truth of cycles, birth and death, light and dark, form and formlessness, and to understand that the greatest force behind creation is not what is seen, but what is hidden in plain sight. Look up at the sky. The sun shines bright, a beacon of life and energy. Yet at its core lies a secret most do not see. In the heart of every star, including our own Sunday, exists a place of unfathomable density and darkness, a crucible where matter and energy twist, compress, and transform. This paradox of a dark center within blazing light is not just physical, but metaphysical. The ancient mystics recognized it intuitively. In the Kabbalah, the concept of Ein Sof, or limitless light, emerges from the infinite void, a light that is inseparable from the infinite darkness that births it. In alchemy, the blackening stage is the dark night of the soul, a necessary passage through chaos and dissolution before illumination. The Black Sunday is that dark core, the womb of creation, where all possibilities exist in unformed potential. It is a place beyond light and shadow, beyond time and space. The Black Sunday does not merely absorb light, it creates it, like the seed beneath the earth that holds the promise of the flower. This paradox teaches that asterisk light cannot exist without darkness. Asterisk creation arises from the union of opposites. Asterisk, the source of all illumination, is hidden in the void. For the seeker, this means embracing the darkness within the fears, the shadows, the unknown, not as enemies, but as sacred partners in transformation. To walk the path of the Black Sunday is to confront the center of your own being, where light and shadow dance in eternal embrace. There you find the secret force behind creation, a hidden power that is both terrifying and beautiful. The Black Sunday is not a symbol of despair. It is the dark heart of life itself. In the secret language of alchemy, the Black Sunday Sol Niger is not merely a symbol of darkness. It is the threshold of transformation, the crucible where the old self dissolves so the new may be born. Alchemists spoke of the process of nigredo, the blackening, as the first stage in the great work. It is a phase of decay, disintegration, and symbolic death. It is the descent into shadow before the ascent into light. This blackening is not just physical but spiritual. Before the alchemist could transmute lead into gold, before the seeker could grasp divine truth, the ego, the false self built by conditioning and illusion, had to undergo its own death. The nigredo is the dark night of the soul, where all that is familiar collapses. Beliefs, identities, attachments, all are stripped away, often painfully, until what remains is raw and unformed. This phase is often described as chaos, despair, and loss of meaning. The alchemist experiences a kind of existential dissolution, confronting the void within. But within that void lies potential. The Black Sunday in this context is not a sign of defeat, but a portal, the womb of rebirth. It is the moment where the flame burns inward, hidden from the world, where transformation takes place unseen. In the cycle of alchemy, nigredo is followed by albedo, the whitening, purification, and finally rubedo, the reddening, the full illumination and integration. The Black Sunday represents the crucial first step, the surrender to death so that new life may emerge. Spiritually, this corresponds to the deep process of ego death, a collapse of the false self that allows the authentic self to awaken. Gnostic traditions describe this as the return to the pleroma, the fullness of being beyond illusion and separation. The Black Sunday, then, is the hidden fire in the soul's darkest night, the paradox of light born from darkness. To walk beneath the Black Sunday is to accept that the path of true power begins with loss. Loss of identity, loss of certainty, loss of control. But through this loss, the seeker is purified. The shadows become teachers, the void becomes fertile ground, the night becomes the birth canal. Only through embracing the Black Sunday can one step into the true alchemy of the soul, the transformation from form to essence, from shadow to light. It is the deepest initiation, not a goal, but a gateway. The Black Sunday has long been a symbol whispered in the corridors of secret knowledge, an emblem of transformation, power, and the mysteries that lie beyond the visible. Within the alchemical tradition, it marks the dark phase essential to rebirth, yet its significance extends far beyond chemistry and symbolism. Among the Rosicrucians, the Black Sunday symbolizes the inner night of the soul, the necessary descent into the shadows to uncover hidden light. Their writings speak of this sun as the source of spiritual death and renewal, the gateway to immortality. In Hermetic philosophy, the Black Sunday represents the hidden source of all creation, not the light that dazzles, but the dark root from which light springs forth. The Hermeticists teach that before illumination can be attained, one must journey through the darkness, confronting the shadow self and surrendering the ego's illusions. The symbol also appears in the mystical lore of various Northern European traditions. The Sonnenrad, or Sunday wheel, a circular symbol often associated with the Black Sunday, embodies the cyclical nature of death and rebirth, time and eternity, light and shadow. In places like the Wellsburg Castle, this symbol was employed as a secret emblem for initiatory rites, representing esoteric knowledge about cosmic order and hidden power. It is crucial to note that the Black Sunday has also been misappropriated by certain groups, distorting its original sacred meaning. However, at its core, The Black Sunday remains a universal symbol of profound inner transformation transcending cultural and historical boundaries. In Kabbalah, the Black Sunday correlates with the concept of Bina, the understanding, the dark feminine aspect of the divine. Bina is the womb of form, the container where chaos condenses into creation. This archetype is not malevolent, but maternal and essential force of structure emerging from the abyss. Similarly, the Black Sun's association with Saturn, the planet of limitation, time, and transformation, further underscores its role as the gatekeeper between worlds. Saturn's dark energy governs cycles of death and renewal, teaching that only through endings can beginnings arise. Across these hidden doctrines, the Black Sunday represents the threshold of transcendence, the place where the seeker must confront their deepest fears and dissolve illusions to access a higher order of existence. It is the ultimate alchemical fire, consuming old identities to forge the immortal spirit. And it is the force that quietly drives the hidden currents of creation itself. To truly understand the Black Sunday, one must embrace a radical redefinition of darkness, not as absence or evil, but as the primal matrix of form and potential. This concept of darkness as a fertile womb is ancient, recurring through the mythologies, philosophies, and mystical traditions of the world. The Black Sunday is not simply the negation of light, it is the hidden source from which all light and life emerge. In many creation myths, the universe begins in a state of cosmic darkness or primordial chaos. In Egyptian cosmology, before the sun god Ra rose, there was the boundless watery abyss known as Nun, a limitless void of potential and stillness. Nun is the dark, infinite sea from which all creation arises. It is the formless womb that precedes birth and form. The Black Sunday embodies this mystery, dark core of existence, the concealed point where all possibilities are latent, waiting to be birthed. The womb metaphor extends beyond mythology into the symbolic language of alchemy and esoteric science. The Black Sunday functions as the dark crucible, a sacred container where matter dissolves into spirit and spirit condenses into matter. It is the alchemical vessel, the sacred kala or womb that holds the prima materia, the chaotic base substance prior to transformation. This substance is neither good nor evil, light nor dark, but the fertile ground where opposites merge. This concept also echoes in Eastern philosophies. In Taoism, the Wuji represents the limitless, undifferentiated state before the duality of yin and yang. This formless void is the source of all phenomena, a state of perfect potentiality akin to the Black Sun's symbolic womb. Similarly, in Hindu cosmology, the Brahmandate cosmic egg holds the entire universe in latent form until it bursts forth in creation. Understanding the Black Sunday as the womb of creation demands a shift from linear, dualistic thinking to a more holistic vision. Darkness is not bad or void, but the concealed. It is the fertile soil from which all light, life, and form emerge. It is the space where the seeds of creation gestate in secret before their manifestation. This view radically transforms spiritual practice. Instead of fearing darkness, the initiate learns to embrace it as sacred. The Black Sunday teaches that true creation requires descent into the dark womb, a voluntary surrender to the unknown and unformed. This descent is a process of contraction where the ego's boundaries dissolve into the fertile chaos. It is here that one encounters the archetypal forces of chaos, shadow, and potential, the mother energies that give birth to transformation. The Black Sun's role as the womb also aligns it with feminine archetypes across cultures: the Great Mother, the Dark Goddess, the primordial chaos that births cosmos. These feminine energies are paradoxical, nurturing yet terrifying, creative yet destructive, hidden yet imminent. The Black Sunday embodies these paradoxes, revealing the sacred tension at the heart of all creation. Furthermore, the Black Sunday as womb signifies the hidden source of spiritual rebirth. Just as the physical womb shelters and nourishes the embryo until it is ready to be born, the Black Sunday symbolizes the inner space where the soul undergoes its alchemical transformation. It is a spiritual incubation chamber, where old forms die and new ones emerge, where consciousness evolves beyond the limits of the material world. This womb is not static, it is dynamic, a site of continual gestation and renewal. The Black Sunday pulses with the rhythm of cosmic cycles, birth, death, and rebirth, mirroring the cycles within the human soul. To align with the Black Sunday is to harmonize with these eternal rhythms, accepting that creation is an ongoing dance between concealment and revelation. Finally, the Black Sunday, as the womb of creation, invites the seeker to experience creative power beyond the visible. It teaches that the true source of creativity lies not in external light or action, but in the hidden depths of being where darkness and light are one. It is a call to trust the unseen processes, to surrender to the mystery, and to realize that from this profound darkness springs the infinite potential of all life. The Black Sunday is not merely a symbol etched in ancient texts or secret doctrines. It is also a living, breathing reality within the depths of the human soul. It represents the inner sun, the hidden core of our being, often shrouded in darkness, waiting to be awakened. This inner sun is the seat of profound transformation, a potent energy that lies dormant until the initiate embarks on the path of true self-discovery. To awaken the black core is to engage in a radical inner alchemy. It is a journey inward, beneath the surface of consciousness, beyond the illusions of the ego, into the realm where light and shadow merge indistinguishably. Here, in the crucible of the soul, the seeker confronts the darkness within the fears, traumas, and hidden aspects that have been buried or rejected. This is the place where the Black Sunday dwells. The awakening process begins often with a profound crisis, a breakdown of old identities, belief systems, and life patterns. This breakdown may manifest as emotional turmoil, existential doubt, or a deep sense of disconnection. Yet, paradoxically, this darkness is the gateway to awakening. It is the Black Sun's invitation to move beyond surface-level consciousness into the profound depths of spiritual realization. As the inner sun stirs, the individual experiences a growing awareness of the hidden energies animating their being. These energies are neither purely light nor darkness, but a fusion, a dynamic interplay that fuels creativity, insight, and transcendence. The Black Sunday energy is regenerative. It consumes and transforms, burning away falsehoods to reveal the authentic self beneath. This awakening is closely connected to the concept of Kundalini in Eastern traditions, a primal energy coiled at the base of the spine, which, when awakened, rises through the chakras, illuminating and transforming. Similarly, the Black Sunday symbolizes this fiery core, the dark flame that must be recognized, embraced, and integrated for true power to emerge. Meditation, silence, and shadow work become essential tools in this process. Through deep introspection and conscious presence, the seeker learns to hold the darkness without fear, to witness the unfolding shadows with compassion and clarity. This is the cultivation of inner sovereignty, the capacity to sit with the fullness of experience without being overwhelmed. The black core also challenges the seeker to confront the illusion of separateness. It reveals the interconnectedness of all things, light inseparable from dark, self-woven into the cosmic whole. This realization shatters egoic boundaries and opens the doorway to unitive consciousness. In the language of psychology, awakening the Black Sunday involves integrating the shadow self, those parts of our psyche that society deems unacceptable, those emotions and impulses we hide from ourselves. Only by embracing these shadow elements can we achieve wholeness. The Black Sunday thus becomes a symbol of psychic integration, where opposites unite in harmony. Moreover, the inner sun is a source of hidden creative power. It fuels not only spiritual awakening, but also the capacity to manifest change in the world. The radiant light born from the Black Sunday is subtle yet potent, influencing reality through the power of focused intention and energetic alignment. To awaken this inner sun is to step into a profound alchemy of self-realization, transforming darkness into light, death into rebirth, limitation into freedom. This journey is neither easy nor safe. It requires courage to face the unknown, resilience to endure the dark night of the soul, and wisdom to trust the unseen processes at work. Yet those who embrace the Black Sunday within find themselves reborn sovereign, radiant, and deeply aligned with the hidden forces that shape existence. The Black Sunday is not a distant myth. It is a living core of power within you, waiting to be ignited. After the plunge into the depths of the Black Sunday, after the long night of the soul spent in shadow and dissolution, something profound occurs: the return of light. But this light is unlike the superficial brightness of the outer sun. It is a light born from darkness, forged in the crucible of inner death and rebirth. It is the true illumination, radiant, sovereign, and eternal. This stage corresponds to the alchemical phase known as rubedo, the reddening, the stage of awakening and integration following the nigredo and albedo. Rubedo represents the full flowering of the transformed self, the emergence of spirit from the ashes of egoic death. It is the dawning of consciousness that is both luminous and grounded. The Black Sun's darkness is not an endpoint, but a necessary passage. Only through embracing and descending into the depths of shadow can the seeker attain the heights of true light. This return is not a simple reversal. It is a transmutation, where light and dark are no longer separate, but unified in radiant wholeness. The light that returns is imbued with wisdom, compassion, and power. It is the light of one who has seen beyond illusions, who has embraced paradox, and who has integrated all aspects of self. This light does not seek to dominate or control, but to illuminate and liberate. In many mystical traditions, this is the light of the awakened one, the Christ consciousness, the Bodhisattva, or the realized sage. It is the light that shines from within, reflecting the cosmic unity of all things. This return is often described as a profound sense of sovereignty, an inner authority unshaken by external forces. The individual no longer seeks validation outside, but lives from an unassailable core of truth and presence. Moreover, this light carries with it the creative force of the Black Sun's hidden energy. It is not passive, but dynamic, a radiant power that flows from stillness and silence. It moves through the world with subtlety and grace, transforming what it touches without destruction. The return of the light also marks the completion of the great work, the sacred alchemy of self. The soul has passed through death and rebirth, shadow and illumination, and stands now as a living bridge between worlds. This transformation is not reserved for saints or mystics alone. It is the birthright of every seeker who dares to enter the Black Sun's realm and emerge renewed. Yet the path does not end here. The light returned from darkness is a beacon and a call, a constant invitation to live consciously, to embody the unity of light and shadow, and to become a vessel of hidden cosmic forces. The Black Sunday teaches that the deepest darkness contains the seed of the brightest light, that from the void comes creation, that through surrender comes sovereignty. In embracing this paradox, the seeker steps into the true mystery of existence, the eternal dance of destruction and creation, death and rebirth, shadow and light. And in that dance, the Black Sunday ceases to be a symbol of fear or loss. It becomes the heart of all life. The Black Sunday is not something distant, hidden in forgotten temples or ancient scrolls. It is not a symbol to be feared or worshipped from afar. It is you. Deep within your being lies the Black Sunday, the hidden core of power, mystery, and creation. Before you were shaped by the world, before the masks and stories, before light and shadow took form in your consciousness, there was this dark seed, this sacred womb. It is the primal force that births stars, the silent pulse behind life's endless dance. It is the dark root from which your true self grows. To embrace the Black Sunday within means to accept all that you are: light and shadow, joy and pain, creation and destruction. It means to stop running from the darkness and instead make it your ally. In this alliance, you find strength beyond measure. You become a vessel, not a vessel for power from without, but a vessel of the cosmic force that animates all things. You carry the hidden flame that burns eternally. This flame is your true sovereignty. It is your birthright and your destiny. You are not separate from the cosmic dance. You are the dance itself. The Black Sunday is not a mystery to solve. It is a truth to live. It is the eternal night that births dawn, the sacred darkness that feeds light. You have always been this. And now the veil lifts. The hidden sun rises within you.